podcast. I'm your host, Tara.
Are you supposed to wait for me to say hey too first?
Oh, okay, yeah. Say it.
Hey.
Okay, yeah. I'm your host, Tara.
And my name, and I'm your host, Pedro.
Doing too much.
It's a little off today.
No,
Whatever.
man, you always got an excuse.
I don't got no excuse.
So anyway,
I'm a man. I always got excuses.
you don't speak that for every man. But anyway.
As me personally.
Okay, good.
I always got an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You always got an excuse.
But anyway,
well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
on
joining
Heal
us.
My Marriage podcast. Make sure I say that right.
No.
I still go the other way sometimes. I'll be like, oh, wait, no, that's not it. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Well, thank everybody for joining us on the radio side, on
That's
the Vintage
right.
Radio London,
And on our YouTube side, and
Spotify, and
on
all
our
the
other
social
platforms, on
platforms.
Spotify,
Yep.
Apple Podcasts, and all those other ones.
So please, if you're on that social platform right now,
Any platform
take a
that
minute.
you're on, yes.
click like and subscribe,
Follow.
and also hit the notification button. So when we have new content come out, it will pop up on your page or on
That's
your
right.
site.
On your email or whatever. And
Right. It does,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Can
cool.
some places.
I don't even, you know what? I don't even
And
know.
share. Please don't forget to share.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah. Please
Alright.
share.
Y'all do that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so how you doing today, babe?
I'm doing excellent. I'm just trying to fight this cold, but you know what?
Yeah, it's
gotta
got you a
keep
little
pushing
grumpy
through.
right now, folks.
You got to push through. And that's what us women do. We push through no matter what.
Oh, so we don't push through as men?
Okay, I'm not saying I'm
Say,
talking
you
about
look
from
at
a woman point of view.
And I'm talking about
Anyway.
from a man's point of view. Whatever.
So yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay.
Can't complain at all, and I will not complain. But I am ready for the holidays, and I am ready to spend time with family. That's always a need, and to just enjoy each other's time.
Yeah, we're gonna go away for the holidays.
That's gonna be important.
Go visit family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You're gonna drive me crazy.
No, it's not gonna be like that at all. It's just gonna be us
It's
spending.
gonna be crazy
together.
because I'm gonna be like the only guy. Me and Junior gonna be the only guys. Then there's gonna be nothing but women.
Oh gosh, but it's okay because with family.
Oh, sorry. It won't be just me and Junior. Everything else be a woman.
It'll be all right.
No, it's not. Maybe me and Junior will go find something to do.
So today we are in season 4, episode 8, and we're going to be talking about personal development.
Along with a couple other things.
Along with a couple of other things that we will share. But that's something that we kind of want to talk around.
Personal development in marriage.
Yes, and in yourself.
In ourselves and in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So because we pretty much
yes,
it was more based.
So
it was no. I wasn't pausing. It was more based for like a male perspective, but we kind of opened it to be more into a marriage perspective.
Yeah, it's just we even though it was on that, we going to be talking about from a woman perspective, a male perspective, and marriage
Perspective.
So that's what it is.
Yes. So yeah.
you're doing
Normally I don't have notes, but today I have notes.
Anyway,
Tara don't want me to have notes. She's like, I can't believe you got notes. I'm like, I have notes today.
because Peter read like in an encyclopedia, he has to read every little word.
I'm not gonna read.
Yo,
I can't help it if I grew up reading books.
you're doing too much.
I was taught to read books growing up.
What did you learn from those books?
I learned a lot.
Anyway, moving on.
I learned that a wife can be a pain in the butt.
You didn't learn that.
Yes, I did.
You know what? I'm not. I almost said something, but I would not say it. I would not, because if that's
Why
the
not?
case,
Be open.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes, I've been married and divorced twice. Okay, go
Right.
ahead.
Well, then the books didn't teach you much, did it?
Oh, they taught
So
me a
anyway,
lot.
I'm going on. I'm going on.
It taught us a lot. 18 years.
Right.
So hey,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, why are you making all that noise for?
I ain't making anything.
You're making noise. You were telling me. Now you just like you're gonna try to fix. You know what? Anyway, like I said, well, we would thank everybody for joining us. So we're gonna get right into it.
If you say thank
Personal
you for
development.
joining us one more time,
No, I'm trying
I'm
to
be
get
mad.
Yeah,
Okay.
you be mad anyway.
Stop telling people thank you for joining us. He heard you the first second.
Well,
time.
you just said it.
Jeez.
Why
Okay,
did you have to repeat me?
I don't know.
See, exactly. So
Go ahead, please.
So we're gonna talk about personal development. What to you is personal development? Since we're gonna right into it, I want you to tell me what you think personal development is.
I believe that's you know he's asking each other questions like we on the
Okay,
interview.
what? Not an interview,
But
but I'm
anyway,
okay. Wait,
like what?
come on, follow along, woman.
Yeah, but anyway, for me, I think personal development is taking responsibility for your actions, knowing where you are in your life, in your relationship, for yourself, just knowing where you are. And once you find out what that is, and you look through that, then you can work on the things that you need to work on to be better, to be a better wife, to be a better person, a better mother, whatever that is. Just taking responsibility for that.
Okay.
What about you?
Personal development for me is more like stepping into the person that God created me to be,
Right.
being a better provider, a better father, a better husband, better. I know you don't like the word home.
No,
Just
it's
better
fine.
in all aspect. Being a better communicator. Like what happened today, where I didn't communicate and you didn't communicate, then you got a little, perturbed at me. But that's fine.
I wasn't perturbed. You
You
know,
was irritated.
I guess I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It does matter because communication.
Yeah.
You can't
It was.
expect. You see, personal development in the sense of we both know each other, so you know that I'm a certain way. So I'm not gonna always catch the cues that you may give me.
And see, and this is where this is where it's off because you need
It's
to
not
know
off.
that. It
It's
is.
how we are. We are different in every way. You are one way. I'm one way. So if I may say something to you, and I may just say matter of fact, but at the same token, at the same token, some things I catch right away. So like if you say, hey, I got a headache, I'll go bring paracetamol, which is like aspirin here. I'll go get some paracetamol and bring it home and say, hey, in case we didn't have any, I pick some up for your headache. So it works in some ways. It's just today did not work. You was not specific in
So
what you
I guess
wanted.
I could have been specific and saying, Pedro, I have a cold, I'm sneezing, all of these things are happening. Could you please cook dinner for us, please? Because
Yes.
I don't want all of this. I had told you from the beginning.
No,
I
all
said,
you
Pedro,
said,
I'm not feeling well. I have a cold.
yeah,
I'm
you said I'm not
sneezing."
feeling well. You
So
said I'm not
in
feeling
other
well. I got a
terms,
cold
you
and
didn't
thing.
want to do the task.
I did it.
Because
But if you had
wanted
asked me
to do it, you would have been more proactive than saying, baby, you know what? Baby, I will cook. I know you're not feeling well. But
I
because
said-
you didn't want to do it, you didn't put it in your mind to take on the task. You just didn't do it. And it's fine because
that's
I
right.
went on and I took initiative. I did it because you know why? Because our family needed to eat. And if I didn't cook, my children would have been starving.
And you said
I'm just saying. No. Taking responsibility for your actions and you're not doing that. You didn't do that, and that's okay.
And I don't deny it.
And okay, and you're not denying it, so you taking responsibility. So that's fine. I said my piece. I told you how I felt about it. Because if you're not feeling well, just like you said, your arm was hurting. What did I take the initiative to do? I then went and got the little medicine cream or whatever, and I started rubbing your arm because you know why? I was proactive. I was making sure that you was good. That's what I'm saying. You didn't do that in return.
That makes me a bad father.
No.
So then a bad husband.
No,
So
wait a minute. This ain't making you a bad husband. It's about recognizing things.
I need to work on my
and
personal
knowing
development.
how to then go. Well, you need. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're talking about right now. Aren't
I know,
we?
but my point is that not everybody is going to recognize
because that means you're not in tune with me. That means it's something going on where you're out of tune, and you're not able to recognize when I'm needing something.
Okay, stop right there. So because I didn't say okay, I'll cook means I'm not in tune. That does not mean that, Tar.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
that's
it doesn't
what it means.
because I told you I didn't want to cook. That's
but I'm just saying.
I was in tune with what
you
you
know. It's a lot of times I don't want to do something.
Tar,
but then I do it.
Stop a minute.
Right?
Stop. Let me explain something to you right now. Stop for a minute because you're gonna go on and on.
Could you just finish your point?
I said to you, I don't want to cook.
That's your point?
Yes, but if you had said,
that's crazy.
If you had said, but babe, can you cook because I really don't feel up to it, I would have cooked.
Oh, so now I got to put more emphasis on it. So I have to
because
say,
why
Pedro,
not?
I know you don't want to cook, but could you please cook? So now I have to beg you to
No, you're not begging me. If you just said, look, Pedro, even if you said, Pedro, you're not hearing me. I'm not feeling well. I'm sneezing. I just don't want to put my hands. I'm washing my hands constantly. I don't want to sometimes you have to explain yourself more.
Why do I have to explain myself when I
Because
told you
that's
I
part
wasn't
of
well?
personal development.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
No, it's
is.
not part of personal development. That's what you think it is.
Ta, you can't expect me to always know exactly, because you said, "Oh, I'm sick. I don't feel well." Me then say, "Okay, I'm going to do it," especially if I don't want to do it. See, I'm being honest. See, this is the thing, right? As a male, I'm being honest with you, and
But-
I'm saying I didn't want to cook. I even said to you, "I'll cook tomorrow." I said, "I'll cook tomorrow."
You know what your cooking tomorrow going to be? Oh, let's go buy something to eat.
No,
Because
it's
you're
not.
not going
I'm going to
to make
cook.
the initiative to cook.
See, you didn't even give me. See, you can't already.
Yeah, I already know how you are. So
You can't do that. KFC tomorrow, baby. Yes, there you
see,
go.
that's exactly
No,
what I'm
it's
talking
not.
about. That's
I
exactly.
am not going to do that. I
Yes,
was
you
going to
are.
cook.
No, you're not.
But my point.
What's your cooking, Pedro? Buy KFC and then add some fries to it from the Ulster or Iceland.
Wait a minute.
You know
I don't
what?
never
Whatever.
cook. Wait, I've never cooked. I don't know how to cook.
I
So
didn't
now
say
you're making
you
these
didn't.
people think I don't know how to cook. You're making these people think
Wait a
all
minute. I didn't say you didn't know how to cook. I said you don't want to cook. Two different things.
I didn't want to cook today.
Yeah.
I didn't. I was honest. I didn't want to cook today.
Okay.
And you already had in your head that you wanted to cook earlier.
No, I always have it in my head to do tasks. You know why? Because I have a family, and I always have something to do.
So I don't have in my head that I have tasks to do.
Anyway, so we're gonna. I'm not gonna get into that.
Wait.
I'm
No,
not,
we're gonna get
I don't know
into
what
that.
you have in your head, Pedro.
Wait, I don't do
I'm talking
tasks?
about me
I don't
as
do
being a
tasks for
wife,
this.
as being
Wait,
a mother, as
a
being the
father
person
and a
that
husband, I
I
don't do
am.
tasks for this family?
I'm always busy.
These
with
folks
doing
gonna think we
something.
crazy.
Okay, I understand.
Whatever.
So you know what I think is important though about personal development is growing in yourself, knowing who you are, allowing God to be what you want him to be, what God wants you to be. And I think when we recognize that and asking God, make me what you want me to be, mold me how you want me to be, so you can be a better person.
And I
So,
was being a better person by being honest and saying I don't want to cook.
but okay, fine. You was real with yourself.
Yes, I
And so
was.
being real with yourself and recognizing where you are and just saying, okay, you know what, this ain't what, but communicating that.
I said.
No, I'm just saying, communicating it. So I think from now on, I'm gonna have to overemphasize myself to you to let you know, okay, Pedro, yeah, I'm not feeling well, but then and also I really need you to hear me. I need you to do this. So next time, no, it seems like that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to say,
if you had said, Pedro, you don't need no. You
this.
didn't even have to say need. All you had to say was, hey, Pedro, I'm sick. I'm sneezing. I don't want to like sneeze on the food. Will you cook?
One question: Did you see me sneezing and
Nope.
having a fit with my nose and stuff?
No, I didn't.
See, that shows you do not pay attention to me. You do not pay attention to anything, because if you did, you would have noticed that my wife's sneezing.
How would I know you're sneezing?
I constantly got tissue in my hand. I'm constantly putting it in my shirt for my pocket because my bra can hold it down, and then I'm taking it out and I'm wiping my nose. But I'm just saying, I'm constantly doing that,
Okay,
and you're not paying attention to it.
I see that, Tom, but that don't stop.
You're not connected.
Wait,
you're not connected.
That never stopped you from doing anything before?
You unconnected.
That never stopped you from doing anything else before?
That's the point. That's the point. Women constantly keep moving.
Wait. So you made breakfast this morning. You didn't ask me, hey, babe, can you go make breakfast? Because if you had said to me,
I was not going to do that, Pedro, because you know why? Your mouth was open. You was dead sleeping. I got up at 7:00, did what I had to do, got up at 7, couldn't go back to sleep. And then I came into the bed for a little bit, laid down for a little bit more because I was feeling just the cold is draining
that's
me.
on you.
But
you
then
should have woke me
no,
up.
I'm not,
and
because
said,
I have children sitting in the house, and you know what? The first thing they say, "Hey, Mom, good morning, Mom, we hungry."
So my point exactly. I understand
and
that.
You know,
Tom,
you're
but
asleep till 1:00, and I treat to be starved to death.
They know how to feed themselves. They know how to get a bowl of cereal.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, look, it was Sabbath morning.
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't going to church. I had a long week. I had a lot of driving. I was tired. I don't know what else to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. You knew that I was going to most likely sleep in. But
and
if you
that
had woke
goes
me up,
into emotional
if you
growth.
had woke me up, I would have got up.
Okay.
So you can't get mad at me for sleeping. It's like you're sitting there getting mad that I'm sleeping instead of just.
And that goes into and this is what this goes to. This goes into emotional growth, babe. This goes into regulating yourself. I didn't let myself get upset. I say, you know what? Fine. You didn't feel like cooking. I told you my piece. That was it. I didn't linger on.
You did leave on because as soon as I came downstairs, you lit into me. I can't believe you did this. You got me. I'm all sick and I'm like, you could have just said something.
Anyway.
What you doing it now?
But seriously, what do you think about emotional growth?
Emotional growth or emotional intelligence?
Emotional growth, emotional intelligence, two different things.
How is it two different things?
Because emotional growth is learning how to let go of things, learning how to not get so worked up about things, and just trying to just be at an even keel. That's what I think emotional growth is.
Well, emotional growth is
Keeping yourself calm.
Emotional growth can be like brought into like 5 different parts.
It can be.
Yeah, it could be brought into 5 different parts. One of the first things is self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So being self-aware, being available like I was today, being available, ability to be aware of your feelings.
That's right.
Your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Your actions.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on around you?
Mm-hmm.
I knew what was going on around me.
Really?
What did you
know, Pedro?
I knew that you wasn't feeling.
You knew I wasn't feeling well, but you didn't care.
I did care.
I was cooking and
no,
and
wait, Todd. This is the thing. This is what I want women to understand. In this listening to this podcast,
yes,
that's what I want women to, and men too.
That's right.
I want people to understand. I was being honest, but all it took for you to say was a few extra words and say, you know what? Could you? It's like because you think you saying could you or would you? You're begging.
You know what? I guess I automatically wanted you to be like, you know what, babe, you're not feeling well. Okay, I got it.
Not everybody is automatically going to do that.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It's the truth.
So you got a lot of growth to do still.
That's not me. I grow a lot. I have a lot of growth, Todd. I'm being honest.
Okay.
We both tired. You're not feeling well. But if you said, look, man, I know you're not I know you're tired, but I'm just not feeling up to it. Can you do it? Doesn't mean you're begging. It's just saying you're telling me because you've been not feeling well before and done it before.
That's true. And been like, I'll push through. And be like, it's okay, I got it.
And I've even offered to say, I know you're not feeling well. I'll do it. No, I got it.
Yeah, that's true. So you thought that time was this time.
No, but see that one time I did it, but this time because I didn't do it, you can't get mad at me and then say, well, oh, you're not in touch with me. You don't understand me. No, you need to be, we've said this before, communication and say how you feel and what you want.
True.
So you could easily just said, look, man, listen, can you just go ahead and cook? I don't feel up to it.
Yeah, I could have made sure I let you know. Look, I'm really not.
You can't get mad at me because I laid there with my mouth open, sleep. You knew that's what I was going to do because I told you I'm going to sleep and I'm going to sleep as long as I can.
Okay.
So you're mad at me because I did what I wanted to do and you had to get up. But if you had just said to me, if you just nudged me and said, hey, listen.
But Pedro, I'm constantly going to get up. I'm not going to never just lay there like a knot on a log, knowing that we have responsibility. So
I get up for my responsibilities, but my point is that you could easily just tap me and say, hey, man, I'm really not up to it. Can you go make breakfast? Hey, I'm not up to it. Can you make lunch? Or can you make dinner?
Okay.
It's really that simple. It's not that hard.
Okay, so I'm going to let you know today. I need you to get up tomorrow to make breakfast, and I need you to make dinner. Okay, then.
That's a lot.
So I told him, y'all.
I think I'm going to talk to Junior. He's going to be making eggs and toast in the morning.
Oh,
maybe
gosh.
I get Sky to make that egg. Would she make that toast egg toast? Maybe I get Sky to make the egg toast. Be like, look, I need you to make egg toast for everybody in the morning.
I want, anyway.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
what
to
I'm
ask you
going to do.
about what you think about.
Wait, we didn't get into that's just one part of
emotional growth. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm jumping on. Go ahead.
I know, because you just going on and on and on about what I'm not doing and how I'm not doing it and da.
You know, I got the mess with you. Go ahead.
Because along with the emotional intelligence is also like, did we say self-awareness?
Yes.
We did say that, right?
We talked about self-awareness, yeah.
Right, because it's not just that, because we also didn't touch on also being self-aware. Like
what about the point of regulating yourself when you're in an argument?
I'm about to say that. That's what I'm about to say, because we definitely because I was trying to think how to say it. Self-awareness definitely with how we had to go through this and I had to learn this.
Right.
Was like we get into an argument, your mouth gets you get all, your words hurt sometimes, but you can really cut with a knife with your words. And I had to sit there and try to regulate myself. like I'm getting mad, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna just go walk away. I'm just gonna go, being aware of myself, of my trigger words, because I think sometimes we definitely both of us
Oh,
have trigger words
words
for
is
each other.
wow.
Where I'll say something that would trigger you, and you'll say something that'll trigger me,
Yeah.
and then that's all she wrote. And
You
then
want
it's
to know what
just,
triggers me? Or if you say, or maybe if I tell you this, but for some people it'll be like, we got to talk, like in the text, and you text them and be like,
you don't text me that.
we
You
need to
just
talk. I have texted you that before.
yeah, but that don't bother me because I'm
That's
like
not a
that.
trigger for you.
Nah, because I'm just like whatever.
Some
Talk
people
about
get
what?
nervous
I'm like
about
talk
stuff like
about
that.
what? Talk about. I've been divorced twice. I'm not gonna be scared about that word.
No, that's not what I'm saying. When you
I'm being
talking about
serious.
something that's not what I'm talking about though. Okay.
No, you're saying like what? That don't trigger me. No, it don't trigger me because that word don't trigger me. No, your trigger word that triggers me that I hate is when you say like I said what I said or
Okay.
because I said so.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think like you anyway.
You know what gets me? What's my trigger words for you? When you always say you always doing, you always pointing towards what I'm doing.
I don't say you
And
always. No, I
yes,
do not.
you do.
No, I do not.
You asked me what my trigger words
Nah,
was.
that's
What
not
it
even
is.
true. You're lying on me on this
That is,
podcast.
no, I'm
You're
not.
lying,
That's what you say.
lying.
You, and
Oh,
you.
yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just did that to me.
Instead of saying I don't like how this.
You just
was.
wait. You just did that to me though. You just said you are not in tune with me.
Yes, because I was talking about the sense of
but
you
that's
paying
not-
attention to my, what's going on at that time.
okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Whatever.
All right. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
How important is empathy in marriage?
I don't know how important is empathy in marriage.
Caring about the other person's feelings.
I'm just asking you back because you're asking me a question.
I mean, I'm just asking you the question. Just answer it.
Well, you went straight from that right into empathy. Like you didn't even like build into it. You just kind of went bloop.
Well, Pedro, this is what we're doing, aren't we?
Okay.
What next time you're gonna have a whole board?
What do you think empathy?
Peter,
What do you think empathy means?
That's what I just asked you. So answer the question.
Okay, so some people think that empathy means that.
No, I asked you.
I'm telling you.
You said some people.
I said, okay, my wife, some people in general. I'm talking about people because we're talking to the people.
Go ahead.
Hello, people.
Go ahead.
Some people and my wife think that empathy.
You saying what I think empathy is?
Is your.
You said what people think and my wife.
Oh, look, empathy. Ability to put yourself in other people's shoes and see things from their perspective.
Yes.
Validating their experience and validating their truths. But that's not all necessarily true.
Why is it not true?
Because it means that if you tell me something and I feel different and I validate her, I validate you, means that, I agree with you. I don't agree with you, but I'm still going to validate your feelings.
Right. Well, we ain't going to agree with everything.
But that's my point.
Right.
So, so sometimes I'm not going to agree with everything you say, but I can see it from your point of view.
Right.
So I'm going to validate your point by saying that I see and I hear you and I understand where you're going with this. I don't agree with it.
Right.
But I still understand where you're coming from.
Right.
That's empathy.
I get that. Mm-hmm.
To me.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I
Okay.
totally agree. That's the same thing I would say.
That's the same thing you would say?
Yes, it would be. Because recognizing that you hearing what they saying don't mean you're going to always agree. Sometimes you do, and you can move on. And sometimes you just not, and you're not going to agree, and you can still move on. It's just you see it from their point of view, but then you have your point of view, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But when you recognize that, and you allowing the person to know that you did hear them, then they won't feel like you just not paying no attention to them.
Right. But that leads us on to motivation.
Yes.
So then there's two different types of motivation.
Mm-hmm.
What two types are there? Do you know, or do you have an idea?
I think motivation is encouraging the person.
No, the different types of motivation.
Different type of
Because
motivation.
there's two different types.
Okay,
So
then what is it? So you know.
Because I wrote it down.
Okay. Pedro has notes. Go
whatever.
ahead.
Whatever. So whatever.
Okay, go ahead.
You have internal and then have external.
Okay.
Do you know the difference?
Eternal. I'm sorry, say it again.
You said internal, not eternal.
I'm sorry.
Internal.
Internal and external.
Yeah.
Ew.
Because when you like internal is being internal motivation be I'm motivating myself to be a better person.
Right. I
Like
got you.
you stop eating bread, rice, because you want to be better. You want to feel better about yourself. You want your body to feel not hurt
Right.
and stuff. So that's your internal motivation.
Hmm.
Where that's not my internal motivation to exercise or eat properly or not eat bread.
Right.
So that's an internal motivation.
Okay, got you.
But then you have the external motivation where you're doing something and hope that you get something in return. So I'll do something. So, like, say the garbage is there, and I know you like the garbage to be taken out.
Hmm.
I'll take out the garbage and hope that you would then say, "Well, let me do this for you because I took
Right.
out the garbage,"
I got you.
or something for you. Like I do something for you, but I do it with the intention that I want something in return.
Right.
And
Got
that
you.
would be the two different types of motivation: internal,
Okay.
external.
I like that.
You like
Okay.
that?
I do. Because that's good because that's showing that you got motivation for yourself to try to be a better person. Um, you know,
Well, no, the external motivation is not always the best because you're doing it almost to receive a reward.
but even though you're doing it to receive a reward, it's a reward that's going to help you be a better person in your marriage. It
Mhm.
ain't about. It's not like a motive. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing it knowing that if I do this for my spouse and then you showing them, that you care, you doing that, then they're gonna want to show that in return.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna be you kind of giving to receive
Okay. True.
type of thing.
True.
So it's kind of
Just
like
like
that.
you said, so you probably figured since I rubbed his arm last night, he should get up and make breakfast this morning.
Yes.
That was your motivation.
Yeah, it was a motivation. See, give and receive.
And the last thing is social skills. So
Yes.
social skills is knowing the cues and knowing to read the room and read each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think we know
we've
how
been
to
there
do that
before.
real well.
We've done that pretty good. We've been in a room. We're looking at like you ready to go. I'm ready to go. Okay, let's
Most
go.
time we don't even have to say anything. We're like, okay, then we kind of
You can tell by my demeanor. You're like, oh, my husband's ready to go. And you're like, let's just go. You
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah, that's
You know
important
me.
too.
Yeah,
Knowing how to read your spouse
oh
is
yeah, because
definitely an
if you
important
don't,
thing.
oh definitely, especially in social settings.
Yes, because if you're in a social setting where you're uncomfortable and
Hmm.
you talking to people and they saying things that you probably don't like or maybe agree with, and before you,
I done see you say I don't pay attention, but I pay attention because like we're out and
I'm
about
sorry.
and you're talking to somebody and I can see the uncomfortability in you, or like they're talking and they're just making you uncomfortable.
Right,
I know to walk over and be like, "Hey,"
right.
and be like, "All right," and then we need to blah blah blah. Then we just okay, come on, and we go.
You're right,
I know how to get you. I know how to get you out of a
right.
conversation
Sticky
out of a
situation.
sticky situation, out of a
Yeah,
conversation that you just I can see it in your face and your demeanor, your whole body language. I'm like, yeah, she's not feeling that. So I know to walk over and so that's just being. But you just said that I don't pay attention to you. So if I can pay attention to that social part of it, why can't I pay attention otherwise?
because it could be certain things. It just depends on what it is.
Yeah, but see, I was honest. I knew what you wanted. I knew what you wanted today, but I didn't want to do it. I'm being honest. I didn't want to cook. I did not want to do it.
Okay,
Plain and simple.
I can respect that. I can. I didn't like it,
Right.
but I can
But if you
respect
had
it.
demanded,
But see, if
the
that,
funny
and
thing,
what is
even
the,
if you
what
had
is that I
demanded
just
it,
showed?
if
What
you
I
had
just showed.
whatever, if you had demanded it, or even said, "Look, man, listen, like I need you," then I'd have been like, "Oh, that would have been begging.
Yeah,
That'd have been just making sure that your point was taken across."
yeah.
Not when I come downstairs after you cooked and you handed me the plate and you like, I can't believe you made me cook and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, you did it.
Because I wanted to make sure you had something to eat. You know what I'm saying?
And I
And for
appreciate
me,
you for
I
that.
like to eat
Then
early.
you gonna tell
I
me
like
I
to
didn't
eat
say
early. I
thank
don't
you.
like to eat late.
Then you gonna tell me I didn't say thank you.
Did you say? Oh, you did. You said
I
thank
said
you,
thank
sweetie.
you.
But
I
then I
said
thought
thank
you was being
sarcastic.
I did. I got irritated about it. I was like,
You got irritated about that.
you being
You
but
being
I
sarcastic.
control my anger. So let's talk about that. Controlling your anger.
Wait.
Let's talk about controlling your anger.
Controlling your anger.
Yeah.
What you mean? In what sense?
Controlling your anger in the sense of not letting yourself just blow up, you know what I'm saying, at the drop of a hat. I know that may not be in your notes, but
It
I'm
is in
just
my
saying.
notes because in my notes, I wrote down that anger. Anger is something that is taught. Is not no, is learned, not taught.
Right.
So if you're around people that are always angry, all you're gonna be is angry.
That's true. That is absolutely correct. And
So
that also leads me to talking about um temptation.
well, can we stick with the anger first?
Okay,
Or
let's
were
do
you
that.
jumping all over the map? We
Okay,
talk about
okay,
anger
go
first
ahead,
and
go
then
ahead.
talk.
I
I'm
didn't know
just
how long we
saying.
was gonna stay on it. Okay, go
2
ahead.
seconds?
Okay, 2 seconds. Go ahead.
You asked the question. You didn't even answer it yourself. And
Okay,
then
go
you went
ahead.
straight
I did.
into
I answered. Go ahead. Could you finish?
anyway, like I said, anger is definitely something that is learned
Yes.
and is not taught. It's taught, but it can be taught subconsciously.
Right.
So if you always see somebody angry, you grow up. Some people grow up in neighborhoods or grow up in homes. Like, okay, in our case, if we had kept going the way we was going in our marriage, when we first got together and middle part of our marriage before we started to realize that we got better at our marriage and talking and communicating,
Right.
our children would have knew nothing but arguing, and everything has to be, you know, um, screamed and yelled at,
Mm-hmm.
And we've been trying to teach them that we can talk. We can just have a civil conversation. It don't have to be angry all the time. But I think definitely in the first part of our marriage, we was angry a lot with each other.
Right.
And we was definitely pushing it out.
We was not portraying self-control.
No.
We was not portraying those things that we needed to keep ourselves
We was not
healthy
I was
in our
definitely
relationship.
I was not self-regulating myself, that's for sure.
We both
I was
wasn't.
emotionally
We was, and
I was definitely
and you know what
emotionally a
caused,
wreck.
and you know what made me think about that now is that my relationship with God at that time wasn't as strong as it is now. So I would say if I knew having control, God giving me that peace that I need to stay grounded, to be able to, what I'm saying, be like, okay, then being able to talk and not letting the anger take over. Because God don't want us to be quick to anger. He want us to be slow to anger and talk about things. And I think at that time we was just hot head. We want to get our point across, and we want to be heard, and we want to be loud about it. And I think, in my opinion, I believe the more you grow in Christ, the more you allow God to strengthen you in your mental health and the way you think about things and do things, you'll be more willing to think first and then react. And I think also having a relationship with God also help you do other things in your marriage as well, in the sense of, let's say for instance, cheating for once. For some people, I would say for me, because of my relationship with God, I'm not going to allow myself to get caught up in a sense of cheating with someone that's going to cause my marriage or my whole life to fail or fall apart because I want a desire or to feel that pleasure that I think
Yeah,
I
but
need.
on that same part though, if
But I'm
you
just
saw it, it would be harder.
what?
If you saw your parents cheating on each other, you would have thought that it was acceptable.
Well, yeah, because you grew up not seeing stability. You grew up seeing them. One minute it's a person there, and the next minute it's not. So it's no
No,
stability
I'm not talking
there.
about that. I'm talking about
talking
a
about
married couple that if you grew up.
That's what I'm talking about. Stability. If you grew up with seeing two parents together, working it out, good and bad, and staying the course, no matter how it is, they not broken up and then bringing one woman or one man in,
See,
like
but
that.
you keep
What
talking
I'm
about
saying,
bringing,
no,
but
what I'm saying is,
it's actually stable because what I'm talking about, you have couples that the man is cheating on the wife and the wife stays with the husband.
right.
Is that not stable?
That's
It's not stable. Is not stable in the sense of that it's not thing, but she's sticking with him, trying to make it work.
Because he can stay in the marriage
right,
too.
or he's sticking with it, trying to make it work.
Right.
But yet they know that the other spouse is out there, sleeping around. So they're trying to keep the stability. They're trying to keep that stability in the marriage for the children.
But
so
person that wanted to work.
Right, but the children don't know nothing about this because they're keeping it on the down low, the DQ, whatever you want to say.
Right.
So they are trying to keep that stability there.
But after a while, it will break. If it's a while,
it will break. It doesn't last at some point.
Yeah.
And some people do it for years and nobody knows.
Well, people settle for stuff. Just saying, it's the truth.
It's not. I don't think it's really subtle. I think
Just
some
because
people.
people stay together doesn't mean it's working. It just
I
means that
didn't
they've
say.
been in a situation that they're
I didn't
comfortable
say
with
that.
being in.
No, I didn't say that either. I'm
Just
saying
saying.
sometimes people just are willing to deal with it because maybe the
That's what I
person.
just said.
Wait, maybe the person was like that before they married them, and they just can't change them.
Well, you can't go into marriage changing people. That's where God comes in. The God have to change the person
I
hard from
wasn't
the
disputing
inside
that,
out.
and the person also needs to want to change too.
That's the point.
Yeah, I was just
That's the
I was
point.
just being a devil's advocate by saying that.
Okay, but
Because
I'm
you kept
also
saying about
saying the
bringing
other
people
one.
in, people bringing out. And
No, I
normally,
was talking about in the sense of stability, and then children seeing their parents being together and not seeing it. Because a person, if you let's say for instance, if your parent had a they was married but now divorced, so now they bringing in different people into the household now. So you may have a woman or a man there for a same amount of time, and then they there, you thinking it's going to be a long term thing, and the child thinking, oh, okay, and now the person is gone. That's what I'm talking about in the sense
right.
of
So now you're being
stability.
Pacific because you didn't say that. You just said it in the sense of them bringing people. You didn't say that they were single. That's what I
Right.
was trying to get you to do.
Right.
I was trying to get you to be more specific in what you were saying.
Well, now there you go.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
my job is done.
Okay. But I really do think growth in your spirituality with Christ is important overall. Whether I think that's the main thing. I think if your growth with God will cause you to make different decisions. It's just a lot of things that it does when you have God leading you
Yeah.
in your life.
Well, that actually goes to which we didn't get to, even with the self-regulation and also the emotional intelligence and stuff.
Being around people
being around people are the same.
Yes, that want to see you in a better light.
That want to see you in a better light.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that I tell people that as we're Seventh-day Adventists, we're Christians. It's not for us. For me personally, if I met a couple that wasn't even Adventists, if they had the same, if they love the Lord, that's always the number one thing. We want to be with people that love the Lord,
and that's gonna pour into you.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
You always like cutting me off.
I didn't cut you off. I was adding. Go ahead.
Yes, of course, pour into me. But what I'm saying is, but just being like-minded in the sense of that we both. That's not pouring into me.
Go ahead, Pedro. Go ahead, babe.
For those that can't see on the radio, my wife is just making all kind of faces. Anyway, like I said, just being more. We encourage each other to do the things that we need to do. So like, if we're going down a path, be there, be like, look, you're going down this path. You need to straighten your path. You need to be more, don't go down that way because you know where it's going to take you.
Mm-hmm.
And then vice versa. I do the same thing for them. They do the same thing for me.
Right.
And it goes for women and men.
I totally agree, because if you got somebody in your life encouraging you to do the opposite of that, then you'll have people leaving their marriage. You know what I'm saying? And being like, girl, you don't need him or you don't need her. You could do better. You could do by yourself. You don't need no man. You don't need no woman type of situation. And when you have people like that in your life stirring you in that type of way, then it's unhealthy. You need to get from around them.
Because they seem like they're always trying to break you up.
Because they either single or not happy themselves, and they want you to be in their misery.
Oh, they could be married too.
Because
They
misery
just
love
want
company.
They could be married. They just want you to be miserable. Maybe they're married and they're miserable.
Yeah, so you just never know. You just got to be mindful of that and be, woke on that type of thing, because not everybody, have your best interests at heart.
Yeah, not everybody. It does work that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes your own spouse will have your best interests in heart.
That's absolutely correct.
So, it can go both ways.
Yeah. And also I want to get on to, did you want to talk about, I wanted to talk about communication. Because breaking down the communication is a serious thing. It just to be one little small thing that can cause such a big issue. So I think talking about things, making sure you're clear what you want, which I should have did today, and just making sure, look, this is what I want. Could you do this? And making sure this, and I think communication is definitely a big thing to.
So then why didn't you? Is it because you thought if you said could you You thought you shouldn't have to. You thought I should just automatically assume.
At first, I told you from before. I said yes. I thought when I told you I wasn't well, I was like, I automatically thought you'd be like, you know what, my wife is not well. I'm gonna just, pick up the towel right now. But you wasn't. You was gonna keep it on the floor.
But no, to
You
be
wasn't
fair,
thinking about picking it
You
up.
know what? To be fair, last week I was thinking of something. You wasn't feeling well, or a while back, and I knew you wasn't feeling well. So on the way home, I stopped and picked up food. So why is that any different? And I said, I just picked up the food so that way you didn't have to cook tonight.
That was
And I
so
said,
sweet.
and
I
I
was so
called you and I
happy.
said, babe, don't worry about cooking. I'm gonna pick up some food. And I picked up food and brought it home.
You did.
So is that not? You understand? That's
Yep.
boop, boop,
Yep.
eye to eye, paying attention, communication.
Yeah.
But if you want something done, like I said, you need to be specific.
Yeah. I'll be more Pacific next
You
time.
can't just throw it out there and
So,
hope that throw it
be
against the wall
Pacific.
and hope that it catches or hope that it sticks. And then I'm like, oh, that's what she wants.
Yeah,
No, because
yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
That's true. But then I also have to remember men are not going to think like women. Men only think on one side of the brain.
That
Which is okay.
You know what? Why you keep trying to throw the men under the bus? No, I think on both sides of my brain because I knew what you wanted. I was just refusing to do it. I'm being honest. I knew what you wanted. I knew you. Oh, she wants me to cook. I'm too tired to cook. I ain't cooking unless she tells me like, "Can you cook?" I'm not cooking. So then when you got up and went and did it, I'm like, "Oh, cool. She went and did it. Food. Let's go."
Right.
I sure they eat that food too. It was good. It was so good.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Because I did it. And I also think it's good to educate yourself on things, you know what I'm saying? So you could be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Read up on some things that, something that can encourage you to be better, whether it's reading a book about marriage that can give you some pointers. And you have people that talk about marriage. You can either call someone that can give you a pointer. I think it's just good to educate yourself on things so you won't be just sitting in the loom.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about? We haven't talked about this yet, but we have always talked about this, and that's being spiritually connected.
Spiritually connected is important.
Mm-hmm.
If you both are not in tune spiritually, then how God supposed to work with that?
Which is something that I think that we need to get better at, because I remember when we used to pray together more. We don't pray like we used to together.
Yeah, we didn't slack. But
yeah, we slacked a lot.
But we're going to get
I can
back
admit
on
that.
it.
Yeah, we used to pray more together.
We're going to start that. We're going to get right back on it.
Yeah, in the morning, even if you call me on the phone, because in the morning it could get kind of hectic and trying to get the kids out and stuff. But
yeah, but I'm not going to make no excuses.
I'm not making an excuse.
No,
I'm being reality. Stop doing that. It's not an excuse. It's called reality.
Reality.
Sometimes you get so busy that you just, you forget to do certain things. It's not making an excuse. I'm saying that's what it is. But then you recognize, okay, I'm doing this, but I need to do better. So even then we'll call each other and pray, while I'm in the car or I'm driving down the road.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even pull over and we'll pray, then I keep on going.
Right.
Yeah,
we could do
that. And then, so that's what I'm saying. So we being spiritually connected, also praying together, reading the Bible together, studying together, because we have our own separate times, but then we as a couple, it's good to do it together, not just in church.
Yeah.
Well, not just at worship.
Yeah.
Family worship. Mm-hmm. We need to do it other times. That's how we can become more spiritually connected, spiritually in tune with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, if we're not spiritually in tune, especially for me being the head of the household, I need to be more spiritually in tune. Because if I start slacking off, then it filters down to you, then it filters down to the kids, and then the kids and start doing stuff that they normally don't do.
Mm-hmm.
So that responsibility is on myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I recognize that. So that's why I brought that up.
Yeah.
But being definitely spiritually connected and having a more spiritual life.
Yeah.
And then I still just making time. If I can make time to look at a TV show, I can make time to spend with God.
You know what? I totally agree. Time is very important. And, as much time as that we have, and we use our time, I think, poorly sometimes, we'll sit and just do unnecessary stuff instead of using that time to connect and to grow spiritually.
Yeah, especially since God's already laid out the blueprint. He's laid out the print for us to do. Definitely. All we got to do is follow. It's not like we have to make it up or make a plan. The plan is already there.
Yeah,
We just need to follow it.
that's it.
So,
That is absolutely it.
and I definitely, would definitely help. So then, what else was there on your mind that you had?
Yeah, I just wanted to just talk about that. I just want to throw these points out here. We talked about emotional growth and emotional intelligence, being self-aware of things. Um, Peter had did a definition of self-growth and self-intelligent. And did you talk about those 2 points?
Yes, we did.
Yes. And then we also need to talk about self-regulation. Make sure you not you knowing that if you're upset, learn how to calm yourself down before it too get too out of control. Because when we allow ourselves to get loose, we'll start saying things that we don't need to say, and then more hurt and that you can bring towards your marriage can really can,
Suffer. Can suffer.
can suffer. I think it's important for us to do self regulation, and then look in the mirror at yourself and say, "Where am I right now? What do I need to improve?" I need to improve this, or I need to improve my attitude. I need to improve my prayer life. I need to, all of these things I need to. But first of all, God, I need you to guide me in all of these things that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we try to do these things on our own, we will fail, point blank. So
So we're gonna try. I was listening
So
to you.
guys, we have
Use
now
these.
we I know, babe, but now it's something new that we want to start doing on the podcast. We had bought these cards called Best Self Intimacy, and that we bought off Amazon. And these are some wonderful cards that have some quotes in there, not necessarily quotes, but it has some what is it, Peter?
Just different thoughts,
Yeah, different thoughts, slogans, and
questions.
questions in there that we can ask each other as husband and wife, and we have to answer it truthfully, no matter what the card is. So we're gonna do this on every podcast starting today, and I'm gonna pick a card, and then Pedro gonna pick a card. So I'm picking a card now. Hold on. Okay, I picked my card. Now pick your card. So Pedro's picking his card now. All right. So okay, you want to go first?
I'll let you go first. Women
Okay. So
first.
my card says, when do you feel the most insecure? I feel the most insecure sometimes in the bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel insecure in the bedroom because I'm trying to change, you know, my outside appearance and how I look and things of that nature. And sometimes I'm like, oh, is my husband gonna be attracted to how I am now versus to how I was before? So sometimes I could say my insecurity can be that of how I want to be.
See,
But
that's where you're
but
wrong
wait,
because go ahead.
and then I think do I have another insecurity. Um,
It just said one. It didn't say
it just say
multiple.
one. Okay, but yeah, I would say that would be it. Sometimes I be wanting to be more, I feel like I need to be a certain way, and that's what I'm working on. And I guess I just, you want it. Sometimes we want things now, and don't things happen overnight. But I have seen a difference since I've been on my weight loss journey. So yeah, I've been having I had somewhat of some insecurities in that area, but I think it's getting better.
So I'm gonna answer that question by saying to you that when you get married for better or worse. You
Yes.
get married for no matter. I think people that see the problem is that people get married and the looks is part of the marriage. I'm not saying that you want to get an ugly duckling or you want somebody that just looks like like they just got smashed from the feet all the way up to the head.
Right.
You want a good looking person. You want to be attracted to the person,
I agree.
but you have to understand that bodies change through marriage.
It does
So
tremendously.
at the same token, I see for me, I don't look at the change in your body. I look at you
Right.
and how you make me feel and how you take care of me and how you do things for me. So it's not so that's my turn on. It's not really, your body that's turning me on. It's what you do for me that turns me on.
Right.
So your body shape or because you gained some weight because you've had 3 kids, that doesn't affect me like it probably would affect most men. And I
Right.
think men have to understand that. Some men they'll divorce their wives if they gain too much weight.
Yeah.
Or I've always joked and said, if you lose too much weight, I'm gonna divorce you because
Yeah, you say that.
I'm serious because I like a little, I like a little meat on my bones.
Yeah. Because I noticed myself now have lost weight.
Yeah, that's
And
fine. But
and
I'm
I'm
saying
like,
if
oh
you start going
wow.
to like 120 or something, we ain't even gonna be together.
Yes, we
Our
are.
marriage, no, we not. Our marriage will be
Oh
over,
my
over, over,
goodness.
over.
You are not gonna divorce me if I
I
lose
bet you
too
I
much
will.
weight.
Well, listen to my words. I will, because that's too skinny. I
Well,
can't
I don't
have you
want to be
looking.
super
I
skinny.
can't have you looking like this skinny body and a big head on your shoulders.
Well, I don't want to be super skinny. I was just saying that's just one of my insecurities that I figure I'd be open with. So yeah.
Because I can't say. I can say it, but I don't want to say it. So I'm not. I just bone and bone don't mix. That's all I'm gonna say. You get what I'm saying? Bone and
Yeah.
bone do not mix. So I'm not. You can't be. I need. No.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
For
Okay,
the pushing, I need some meat.
All right. What about you? What's your card?
Describe something that's exciting in your life right now.
Describe something that's exciting in your life right now.
Mm-hmm. Um, what's exciting in my life right now? My life is so blah.
It's blah.
Yeah.
It's nothing
I
exciting
mean, yeah.
happening.
Exciting that we're about to go visit. That we're about to go visit family.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting because we don't get to see family that often.
Yeah.
Exciting. I'm excited where we're going for the new year. I think we have a lot of things going on. I'm excited for you. You're trying to do your songs and stuff. You're getting real excited about that, doing your songs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Putting together some songs to record.
Yeah.
I'm excited about my job. It's going good. Everything's going well. I mean, in general, I'm just, you know what? I'm excited just to be alive and be around my family every day.
Yeah.
And just to be, just to have my family nearby. Right now, our daughter's not too happy with us, but she'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited that God has taught us to be more.
Yeah.
That our daughter has taught us to be more. That God has taught us to be parents and not friends with our children.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that we're going through this experience because I think it's only going to make us stronger.
That's totally agree.
Children are always going to be happy with what you do, what you say.
No, they're not.
But they're going to listen to us.
Yeah.
Because we're the parent and they're under our house.
Yeah.
Like I told them, until they move out, they can't. They could do whatever they want.
I'm never
going to
be upset about, doing what's right for our children. Whether they agree with it or not, I'm going to make sure that we stick to our guns and, pray about it and move on. Because God give you peace with things when you're trying to do things right. And not all the time, it's going to be great, but that's okay.
That's true.
You just keep praying it through. And I plead the blood of Jesus over my children, over my family, period. Not just my family I have here, my Peter and the children, but my family entirely, my, live in the States or wherever they are. And I'm praying the blood of Jesus over them because you can't control everything, And
so yeah, that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah,
that's what that's what I can think.
Yeah.
Good. But I know we're doing the car, but we still got a few more minutes. I just want to just talk a little bit about one thing.
Go ahead.
Finances. So, a couple of things. Finances. Do you feel I've gotten better with the finances?
Yes.
Do you feel that I include you into the finances?
Yes.
Okay. Because I know for a moment you used to think that I didn't. And I used to do things behind your back, which I did.
Yeah, which you did, which gave me a lot of reasons why I felt the way I felt.
I just said which I did. But but you have access to everything. I'll let you know.
Yes.
And you didn't realize how much stuff comes out.
Yes.
Until I pointed out to you.
And I said, we need to cut down some of this stuff because some stuff is unnecessary stuff.
Are we still going to do that, aren't we?
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that soon.
Where did we learn that from?
We learned that from somebody.
Oh, we learned. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
was it the right? Well, we could say that for the people here on the podcast.
Go ahead. Who did we learn it from then?
To take, like, if you're having, not everybody, if you're having money problems, not even just having money problems, the way you can kind of help yourself is to get all your bank statements.
Right.
And then to put a circle over the stuff that's coming out.
What you did in that month.
Right. And then do I need this? So do I need this Netflix subscription?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or did I pay for too much lunch out this week?
Or
I spent
right?
probably too much money
Did I
out
pay too much
to
money
buy
for
lunch.
like?
Yeah.
If this like in a month, is this like McDonald's every day? That's too much.
Yeah. Right.
You know, or Burger King
Or
or
you
whatever.
just stop by Starbucks.
Or fast,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You're doing too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like for me, like I don't eat Costco, but like I bought the box of Nesquik
Yeah.
pods, and it was $4.50, and I was like, "Damn, that's a lot." But then I thought about it. I said, "Well, heck, I paid $4.50 for just a cup.
Right.
I get 18 cups with this
Versus
and
just one cup of coffee.
Instead of just one cup of coffee, right? Instead of just one cup of hot chocolate, because I don't drink coffee. Remember?
Yeah, and also how much subscriptions that you subscribe into that you don't need.
I have dropped off subscriptions. Thank you.
You know, I think that's Peter.
I
addicted
have.
to
Wait. Nope, don't do that, because I've taken off subscriptions. Thank you. The other subscriptions that I have, I watch.
Okay, now I know for me, I've been slowing down on Sheen, so do not throw.
I wasn't even going to throw that in there. See, I wasn't even. But look, you're told yourself.
But no, this is what I have done for myself. I have if I want something if I want something, I say, okay, this month I'm gonna go ahead and buy this. And if I see a sale, I just, I go ahead and get it if I have the extra move. So I just, I do it. But I have slowed down tremendously because not that many packages.
That's good, because you was getting to a point where like it was, because we got Ring cameras. We got Ring cameras, and Ty hate that, because I'll be like, Ty, what just came? I don't know what you're talking about.
None of your business. It's mine. None of your business is mine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about yourself.
Like, what just arrived? Something just arrived. What? It's just like, man, why you're invading my privacy? No, I'm not invading your privacy.
Yes, you are.
It pops up on my phone. I don't even
First of all, if I want to buy something from Boohoo, Sheen, Office, or wherever I want to buy something from, I'm entitled to do that. As long as I'm in the line
you
of
can say something.
Not being over budget.
You can say something.
So I think it's important to build a budget.
You can say something. Communication is key.
Okay, fine. We're talking about a budget here. So
you can communicate.
Pedro, you know what? If that's the case, you communicate everything you get from Amazon?
Yes,
no,
I do. I do. Wait.
Not.
Yes, I do. Because I'll tell you. I'll say, hey, I ordered on Amazon. Look in the shopping bag, or look at the order. And then I tell you, it's coming this day. So I do communicate. What are you talking? Half the stuff I get from Amazon is for you. What you talking about? You put it in the shopping bag, and then I buy it. And then you say, oh, why did you buy it? Well, you put it in the shopping bag.
Well,
that's not what I wanted.
So this is
what
I
do.
Sometimes I go on Amazon and I put stuff in the basket to see how much everything is going to add up to. And when I be like, oh, no, maybe I take this off, maybe I take that off. And sometimes I forget to go take it off.
And then I go look at Amazon bag.
Like, I wanted this. I didn't know I wanted this.
No, I know. I look at Amazon bag, and I tell my wife, my wife has been doing this and doing that for the family. She deserves this. And we got a little extra money. I buy it. Mm-hmm. So you talk about I don't pay attention to you, or I don't, see? Well, so everybody has a different love language and a different, way of
so
communication.
Anyway, I haven't filled up the basket as of yet, but I'm thinking about doing it in the next day or so.
That's
the
nice.
point
you
is,
can put it the next day or so you want. And you're not gonna get bored right now. I'll tell you that right now.
Anywho,
so whatever.
Anyway,
but listen, stop. On all jokes aside, transparency, communication is key.
Yes.
We have to be transparent with each other.
Yes.
We have to communicate with each other. Mm-hmm. I was transparent with you this morning. You couldn't accept it. Yes. So that's on you.
Yes.
So you can ding me all you want. I don't. That's why I just laughed at you when you think. I was like, well, I told you. So. And I also want to add, personal development is important. Please, it's important for us to work on ourselves before we work each and every day.
It's important for us to see what we can improve in ourselves to be better persons.
Yes.
So, because if you ain't together, there ain't no way you're going to be able to help someone else. So I really do think it's important for us to, always do that.
Well, also personal development is not just helping ourselves, it's helping each other.
Yeah.
So we personal develop each other. So when you're down and you're doing something, you lift me up, and then vice versa. Mm-hmm. That's why I guess I should have, this morning say, oh, I'll make you breakfast, but I just didn't want to.
And you know what I think is important too? Being able to be 100 with your spouse. No matter what you're...
And accepting the answer.
Okay, that's true. I think it's important that if something is going on with you, open up about it and tell your spouse, look, this is what's happening, or this is how I feel. Even though it may hurt them, But just tell them. And then, yeah, it's important. Be 100. I'm going to
Because
end with
then
that.
that's called being transparent.
Yes.
Okay.
And I also want to add this Bible verse right here about, well, I wanted to add this in. I know this is about to end. I wanted to add this in on being tempted to do something. So from 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13 says, no temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he would allow and provide a way for you to endure it. So God never put more on us than we can bear. And if you are tempted to do something, he always give us a way out of our situation.
So when you're tempted to buy that Sheen, know that God is watching you.
You know what? But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you all for joining us today.
That's right.
It went so fast.
It did.
On Heal My Marriage podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Please like and subscribe, like I said.
That's right. And
you didn't
share.
put the stuff on the bottom.
And follow. Oh, right. I
if
forgot
you want
about
to contact us, you're more than welcome to contact us.
That's right.
On our email, which is goddessministry@gmail.com.
That's right. And then
Marriage Can Heal podcast. I'm sorry, the old name. You can contact us at the Marriage Can Heal podcast because it didn't come up. Marriage Can Heal podcast@gmail.com.
Anyway,
that's the proper email. I apologize.
Yeah, Peter never remembers that. And you can also contact us on
We got too many emails.
Hey, be quiet. Let me finish. You can also contact us on our Hear My Marriage podcast WhatsApp number, which is +44 for people that are not in the UK, but +44 7565 104096. You can contact us on there. +44 7565 104096. You can WhatsApp us if you need us.
There you go.
Thank you guys for watching and
Thank
listening.
You for watching.
Y'all have a blessed and wonderful week.
My name is Pedro.
My name is Tara. And this is Heal My Marriage podcast.
Peace.
Blessing.
Peace.